Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It's January 15th, 2023 and Barcelona have won the Spanish Super Cup. Also, Memphis Depay has officially decided to leave the club in a winter transfer market and the Argentinian wonderkid Lucas Roman has landed in Barcelona in order to sign for the Catalan club. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and Barcelona are the Spanish Super Cup champions after defeating Real Madrid 1-3, and with this victory Barcelona have won their first official trophy in the era of Xavi Hernandez. Now this is not only a great victory because Barcelona have won a trophy and they did it against Real Madrid in El Clásico. This is also a great win because it was a convincing victory. This was not a lucky victory like the one against Intercity in Copa del Rey. This was not a lucky victory like the one against Atlético de Madrid in La Liga. This was not a lucky win like the one against Real Betis in the Spanish Super Cup final. Not at all. This was a great victory. A victory done with elegance, a victory done with poise, and a victory done with beautiful play where Barcelona completely imposed their dominance and they completely submitted Real Madrid, who had no answer and no reply to what Barcelona were proposing on the field. Now, more importantly, Barcelona won this match with their signature style Barca play, where Barcelona maintained the possession of the ball throughout the entire 90 minutes. And this was not a meaningless possession like in previous matches where the teams just passed the ball back and forth from one side of the field to the other. This was a meaningful ball possession where Barcelona were able to defend against Real Madrid and not allow them any chances because Real Madrid could not get a hold of the ball. And this was a meaningful ball possession because Barcelona were able to create with this ball possession a lot of chances and a lot of danger, which culminated in 3 beautiful goals. Now, all the players on the team did their job and they did it wonderfully, which allowed Barcelona to dominate every sector of the field for the entire 90 minutes. Starting with Marc ter Stegen, who even though didn't have much work to do, whenever he did, he had brilliant stops, like the one he had against Rodrigo, denying Real Madrid from scoring a goal. Now, Ronald Araujo was brilliant in the right back position, and he completely canceled out Vinicius Jr., and both Jules Koundé and Andreas Christensen showed us once again that they are world-class center backs, and they held the defense and they were very solid defensively and they prevented Real Madrid from creating any real danger. Now in the left back position we had Alejandro Balde, and my God, what can I say about this youngster? His future is very, very bright. He was absolutely lethal in the left flank. He completely humiliated Carvajal, and every time that Barcelona created any danger from the left flank, it was thanks to Alejandro Balde's efforts. Now, Barcelona's midfield had a brilliant night, and there's no doubt that Barcelona won the midfield throughout the entire 90 minutes, where Sergio Busquets had a great night where he was very solid defensively and he was great in distributing the ball. And I also like how Frenkie de Jong played alongside with Sergio Busquets, because having Sergio Busquets right there in the defensive role allowed Frenkie de Jong more freedom to make those forward runs and forward passes, which allowed Barcelona to create more danger through the midfield, and it culminated in Barcelona's second goal. Now, Pedri and Gavi, what is there to say about these two youngsters that hasn't been said? They are 2 of the best midfielders in the entire world, and we keep forgetting that they're only 18 years old. So if they are doing great things right now, you can only imagine how much better they're going to be once they're older. And we are very lucky and very blessed to have these 2 youngsters on the team. And there's no doubt that Barcelona's midfield has a very bright future with Gavi and Pedri in it. Now, Gavi won the MVP of the match, having scored a goal and provided 2 assists. One of them was, of course, to Pedri, with the second being to Robert Lewandowski. Now, in the attack, we had Dembélé, who created a lot of danger with his dribbling, and he had a fantastic night, even though he did his performance did dip a little bit during the final minutes that he was on the field. And alongside him, of course, we had Robert Lewandowski. And what can I say about the Polish striker? He has scored 20 goals in 22 matches for Barcelona, and there's no doubt that Lewandowski is the best number 9 in the entire world, and he's just arrived in Barcelona, and yet despite arriving in a new club in a completely different league, he has continued scoring like he's still playing in the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich. Now, even though I promised myself I wasn't going to say anything negative because the team did a wonderful job tonight, I have to say that I'm still not convinced about Rafinha, because when he came in for Dembele, he didn't do much. He didn't provide much for the team. He, in fact, had two opportunities where he could have ran forward and created an attack, but instead he decided to jog with the ball, and Barcelona missed out on those opportunities. And also, he continued passing the ball back instead of going forward, and he even lost a ball on a couple of challenges, which is, of course, a big shame given how much money Barcelona spent on Rafinha. But nonetheless, the team had a brilliant match. They played beautifully throughout the entire 90 minutes. And Barcelona are now the Spanish Super Cup champions. And I'm very happy and very ecstatic that Barcelona have been able to win this trophy, because it was very important for Xavi to win it. Because had Xavi lost this match, this would have given more ammunition to the naysayers who want to see Xavi Hernandez kicked out of the club. And winning this trophy is also very important because it will be a huge morale boost to the team. And this morale boost will hopefully translate in better performances, and Barcelona can then compete for La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Europa League. So congratulations to Barcelona, congratulations to Xavi Hernandez, and congratulations to all of us culés on this victory. I'm definitely very happy and very ecstatic, and I will be celebrating today this important victory. But before I can begin my celebrations, I have to bring you the Barcelona news, starting with that Memphis Depay has decided to officially leave the club during this winter transfer market. Now, as I reported previously, Barcelona are currently in negotiations with Atletico de Madrid to send Memphis Depay on loan for the rest of the season, and Barcelona have requested Yannick Carrasco in exchange for Depay. However, these negotiations have now stalled because Atletico de Madrid are reportedly not willing to part ways with Yannick Carrasco, who they consider as an important part of their team. Now, Memphis Depay wants to leave the club during this winter transfer market, and Atletico de Madrid is not his only option. There are several clubs interested in him in the Premier League. But of course, Barcelona are only going to allow Memphis Depay to leave if they can get a transfer fee, or if they can if they can get another player in exchange for Depay and some kind of swap deal. Now, as I reported previously, Xavi doesn't want any players to leave during this transfer market because he considers any players leaving right now as weaker in the squad. So the Barcelona official stance is that if a player does want to leave, then he will have to leave for either an exchange for another player who would take his place, or for a transfer fee that would allow Barcelona to sign another player in place of the departing player. So given this official stance, Memphis Depay is only going to be able to leave if Barcelona can charge a transfer fee, or if they can get another player in his place. And if they can't do that, then Barcelona have no problems keeping Depay until the end of the season, which is when his contract will expire with FC Barcelona. Now, speaking of Barcelona's official stance, there are currently reports in the Italian media stating that Barcelona are looking to exchange Frank Kessie for Brozovic. Now, Brozovic is a 30-year-old midfielder who currently plays for AC Milan, and he has fallen out of favor with his team, and he hasn't been getting much playing time. So these reports are stating that Barcelona are looking to sign him, and they're looking to exchange Frank Kessie for him, since Frank Kessie hasn't been getting much playing time under Xavi Hernandez. Well, I'm here to tell you that those reports are not 100% accurate. There is some truth to these reports, but it's the other way around. See, Barcelona are not looking to sell Frank Kessie because, as I reported previously, the player wants to remain in Barcelona, and Xavi has instructed the club not to sell Kessie during this winter transfer market because he wants to give him more time to adapt. Now, AC Milan have been trying to sign Frank Kessie back for quite some time, and they have been in contact with Barcelona. And Barcelona have told AC Milan that Kessie is not for sale. But if AC Milan end up convincing Frank Kessie on leaving Barcelona, then Barcelona would want a player in his place, which would be Brozovic, because the club consider Brozovic as a player who could adapt to the pivot position very quickly, so he can then replace Sergio Busquets once Busquets departs the club. So this is not Barcelona trying to get rid of Frank Kessie. This is just Barcelona sticking to their official stance that no player is going to leave during the winter, but if they do, then Barcelona will need a player in exchange or some transfer fee that would allow Barcelona to sign someone else. Now, on to the news that the Argentinian wonderkid Lucas Roman has officially landed in Barcelona, so he can sign for the Catalan club. Now, as reported previously, Barcelona were very interested in signing Lucas Roman, the 18-year-old attacker who's left-footed, who can play on the right wing and as a center forward, and who's currently playing for the second division Argentinian team, Ferrocarril del Oeste. Now, footballer scouts are saying that Lucas Roman is one of the most promising talents coming out of the Argentinian football, and so much so that all the teams in the first division of Argentina, of the Argentinian league, are currently trying to sign Lucas Roman, such as River Plate and Boca Juniors. While Lucas Roman will now sign for Barcelona Athletic for the remainder of the season on loan, and if it does end up working out, then Barcelona are gonna try to sign the player on a permanent basis, given that his contract will expire with his current club at the end of the year in the month of December. Now, I'm very glad that Barcelona are taking these kind of risks, because these are the kind of investments that Barcelona need to make. Young players with a lot of promise who don't cost the club that much, because if they do end up working out, then that's a great business deal with Barcelona are signing a star for very little. And if they don't end up working out, then it's not a big deal, because the club did not spend that much money, as opposed to spending hundreds of millions of euros on big name players. And when they don't end up working out, then Barcelona are stuck with all the money that they spend without seeing any returns, such as the cases of Antoine Griezmann and Coutinho. Now, I am very excited for this signing, because the last time a left-footed Argentinian arrived in Barcelona who could play on the right wing or as a center forward was Lionel Messi, and we all know how that turned out. So if Lucas Roman can provide 50% of what Messi gave us, then this definitely would be a great signing for Barcelona. Now, as I reported previously, the Premier League club Newcastle is interested in beating Barcelona to the signing of Youssoufa Moukoko, but it's now reported that Youssoufa Moukoko not only has rejected Newcastle, but he has rejected all of the Premier League clubs. Now, this is great news for Barcelona, because the club are very interested in signing Moukoko in the summer when he becomes a free agent. And now that Moukoko has said no to all the Premier League clubs, then Barcelona don't have to worry about these about other competitors, and especially these Premier League clubs who have a lot more money than La Liga clubs, and a lot more money than Barcelona, who are currently undergoing a difficult financial situation. Now, it seems that Moukoko is only considering two options, and those options are to either extend his contract with his current club, Borussia Dortmund, or sign for Barcelona in the summer, because it is the player's dream to play at the Catalan club ever since he was a little kid. Now, as I reported previously, Dortmund CEO has said that both parties are not on the same page, and this will be the Bundesliga's club, the last attempt to try to extend the contract of Moukoko. And if both parties don't agree on the same terms, that Moukoko will leave in the summer, which is when Barcelona will have the great chance to sign one of the most promising young talents in Europe free of charge. Now, as I reported in yesterday's video, it seems that Newcastle are also interested in signing Ruben Neves, someone that Barcelona are interested in signing to reinforce the midfield. Well, it's now being reported that Liverpool are also interested in Ruben Neves, and they will be looking to take the Portuguese midfielder from Wolverhampton. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça, and we are champions of the Spanish Super Cup.